Glitch Reaper here, and there is actually a face in this tree. It's called a spooky tree for a reason, and even when I'm trying to attack the silverfish, they usually jump off the edge. But yeah, these faces will move around, might I add, over time. There's something special about how they work, but it's going to take me a little work to actually unseal that. Because they have some ghostly spirits inside them. And yes, these spooky trees are called spooky trees. Thanks, Enderman, for choosing the obvious choice. So yeah, you might even be hearing some things. That might be the spirits of the forest moving around. I also found out this infested island, in addition to having silverfish popping up, which gives me silverfish blood. Ooh, another face. I can also face infested bats, which give me wool of bat. So, assist with witching. I also got a silverfish trophy, might I add. Well, that one's at the base. Okay. But yeah, I can't do anything about this until I do a few things. And that's going to be kind of a little procedural. I have looked it up, because I was able to... Okay, ran right into that. Okay, need to get out of the forest. At least high enough where nothing is going to get to me for a while. There we go. There's a nice outing spot. And these are some interesting looking leaves that these trees have, might I add. So, yeah, this is an interesting forest. This is one of the biomes I was looking for, because apparently it actually has two variations, one of which has the Ravaged Dungeon I was at before, and one of which is this one, which is more heavily forested. So, yeah, and there's some important things about the spirits of the forest and their ghostly ectoplasm. Let me see, while I'm up here, let me see if I can show some things about this. But yeah, it's saying about how they got two variations of things. But here's where we're going to be kind of running down a few rabbit holes. Because I'd like to create a ghost amulet. Because with that, whenever I break a spooky log with a face, it has a chance to drop ectoplasm. And that can be used for various things, like creating these spectral tears, which can be used to create living matter. And living matter can be used to create curses, but it can also be used to create a few other things too. So it is useful, but to get the ectoplasm I get the ghosts. I also have been researching the energy system here. There's only a few things you can really do with energy, and I've kind of prepped for that. So that should be good. Oh, another bat. There you are. Bat, bat. Here, bat. Even with spam clicks, sometimes it's hard to hit these bats. Well, it's better when they're not over a gap anyhow, just in case I can catch their item. Because again, wool of bat, always nice. Okay, I will get to an Ender Island so I can transport away, because this always needs to be clicked on a block. And yes, I've already marked it with my hammer. And for some weird reason, even though I'm in blaze form, it hasn't really complained whenever I've been teleporting with my hammer recently. Maybe it's because I got particles off? It would be weird if the particle production is what did that. That would be just bizarre. But I'm not going to debate the fact that I'm going to be able to teleport more easily for a while. I'm just going to go with it. Because, you take whatever, what you can get, so, yeah. Oh, and while I'm at it, I might as well deploy my statue. See, do I already have a silverfish statue placed? See, those are the louse statues. I put most of my vanilla ones kind of over here. Ish, kind of. Maybe. You know, because it's kind of appropriate for mining times, I think I'm gonna pop that over there. Yeah. This makes the area look kind of lively. Some more wool bat in there, thank you very much. Okay, now I can try to get some of my stuff done that I was going to towards both energy and this amulet. First of all, I need to see if I've got certain something that it over, please. Me and my Me and my companion are always having certain arguments. Okay, I need to get that. Let me see what it says for this ritual, and it is kind of a bit of a ritual. Uh, there are a few actually in this mod, which is interesting. So it's very complementary to witchery in more than one way. Okay, an amulet that banishes the forest ghost. When in the inventory, forest ghost will not spawn, and the spooky log face will have a 3 in 5, but notice roughly 60% chance to drop ectoplasm. In order to create it, one piece of in powder, emerald, and string all have to be thrown into Indergoo. Then it has to be purified in a dragon essence altar. So I've also done research towards the altar for this. And I will need to create the basic essence altar as well. Let me see, is that over here? Okay, this is the basic essence altar. That will have to be upgraded, so I'll need to make sure I got some Eye of Ender around here somewhere, because I'm going to need that. Ah, yes, I figured I had plenty. I've got quite a stockpile of stuff in here. I won't be needing this immediately, so I should be good. Oh wait, I also need to throw in some of my other Ender stuff I accumulated. Okay, so that... Oops. Okay, that was inconvenient. I don't really have as much space in here, but luckily this dragon essence will be taken up like super quickly. So there is that. I went around mining for indium ore, and I'm gonna have to process that. Luckily, it says that I can just melt it, but it doesn't show up on the NEI properly. So we'll see if it actually works. Okay, it's going for it. So no debate. The indium is being processed. But yeah, I went around mining in the end for that. I also looked for some instability orbs, which it looks like I'm going to be needing more of over time. So I'm gonna put those up as well. So I'm gonna try not to just use them up and with my presence, which reminds me I got a lot more presents from just fighting things along the way. So yeah, I'm pretty close to getting another wave of presents unleashed, actually. It's amazing how fast that goes up. I mean, seriously, you'd almost think that for some weird reason it has a bizarre compatibility with the Ether, and that Ender mobs from Hardcore Ender expansion have an enhanced chance of dropping presents, because I think I've been getting them from, like, Ender mobs more than anything else. Okay, I'll be needing some indium for other purposes. So I will craft this into a nice block, because I will be needing that. But for now, I'll put this over here. Okay, I need string and, yeah, I need the in powder. So do I have any in here? Yeah, I have some in here. So in powder. I have emerald. I need string, which I usually have with my witchery stuff, because there's going to be a lot of weaving involved later. So trust me, that'll happen. And I also got a little something special in advance. Got an actual bucket of Indergoo. Yeah, if you see the purple substance around there, you can in fact bucket that up, so feel free to do so. I'm going to need to be kind of gentle with this, because I want the spot to do this controlled. Okay, that'll do. Okay, I need to toss in the emerald, the in powder, and string. Don't know if that's already in there or not. Oh, it threw itself out at me. Okay, and the Indergoo is not used up. So interesting. It's going to be kind of a little bit of a hazard around here, but I'm also going to be using it as a special ritual site, so I'm going to actually leave that there. Otherwise, I'll just have more slots I'll need to use for my buckets. So You know how that goes. Anyhow, I now need to create one of these essence altars because I'll need to purify it in a special way. So, for this I need some leather, some obsidian, bookshelves. I can get all that pretty quickly. The altar nexus need a couple of diamonds and Eye of Ender. That's what I had the Eye of Ender for. See, and if I don't have any diamonds standing around, which I do have, then I could always just check out my tremendous deposit of random minerals. Because let's face it, that's good. That's gonna be just always good. Okay, I keep hitting the wrong slot. Oh yeah, I might as well put that up with my special things in here because it's useful, but not for right now. Okay, let me see here. Need to grab me some leather. See, do I have books just randomly around here? No, I don't. I don't think I have random books left behind. So I know I've accumulated them here and there. The question is, do I have enough? And where do I have them? Because I know it's kind of miscellaneous stuff. I could probably make more a lot easier because I just need a couple of bookshelves. I do have access to my sugarcane right around here, so that's very... I mean, there's reasons why I've been building this base up in various ways. Okay, farming products. Oh, yeah, I have way more than enough paper, so I should be good. Need like 18 paper for this. Yeah, hold on, little spatial dash gem. Got plans for you. I got a second one whenever I defeated another Ender Eye, by the way. It's also where I got these spawn Enderman spawn eggs, because apparently you can actually find them in the dungeon towers. That's kind of interesting. Not something you always get is spawn eggs as loot, but whatever works. Okay, so let me see here. Need about 12 of these. Yep, hello. There we go. See, this goes in the middle, these two go to the sides, this goes on top, these go on bottom. Basic essence altar. Now this can be placed anywhere. You don't necessarily need to have it always in the end because it relies on essence, not energy. The question is, where am I going to put it, because there's a lot of things I want to be careful of. Like, I don't want to be too close to there. That area I know is also occupied by a spawner. Wait a moment. I could expand that. And let me just illuminate here. Lumos! Lumos? We have Lumos. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Lumos. Do I have a bunch of some random block that I could just throw in there? Because I know I've gotten a lot of things over time in my miscellaneous earthwork chest. It's just like various kinds of like stones and stuff I can use. Oh, I can actually expand it with actual dirt. And then it can... Wait, I think I remember noticing that the grass does expand over here, so it should look nice whenever the grass takes over completely. It should only take about a stack. Pull this off and pretty quickly too, so because I just need some room for this kind of altar, because it kind of takes up a decent amount of space. So let's just throw this around here. Okay, this ought to work. Okay, I'll place this down, let's say about... Well, I was gonna place it there, but my companion was in the way. He does that a lot. Like, seriously. Seriously. Savior Seal, you really helped out a lot in terms of, like, preventing death, but you are absolutely terrible when it comes to knowing, where you should be standing at a time. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to grab lots of Dragon Essence. Just lots and lots of Dragon Essence. Because that's a big deal with this, like, humongous amounts of Dragon Essence. And that's why I said I will be going through it very quickly. Especially when I don't know how much this is going to really consume, because I know that I will probably be using this over time just to upgrade stuff, because that's something special you can do. Now the process for this is interesting because it says that, well, it's converted by a specific type of altar by giving it essence and 8 blocks and items it requests. Now, it's been a long, long time since I've seen this process performed. So, yeah. From what I remember, it literally displays what it wants, and I have most of my stuff here. I think it'll save your progress whenever you, like if you have to go between dimensions or something. So let's start this process up. It wants iron bars. That's incredibly convenient because I usually have them over here with my witchery stuff, because it's actually oddly enough used in witchery a decent amount of the time. So if you want iron bars, feel free for them, because I'm good with that. Iron bar. Obsidian, also really easy. And do I have any spare in here? No, but I know right where it is. So all I need to do is just fly back and forth, and I'm going to be fine. But you never know what it's going to ask for, so let's see what the path is, shall we? It says a combination of 8 items that it wants and or blocks. So right now this would be thing number 2 after the dragon essence. Ender pearl. Okay, do I have any with just... Yeah, I do. So, a stone block. Again, it's really convenient. I've been accumulating miscellaneous stonework in that one chest, so this is ridiculously easy to track through. I have seen people really fret over this before, going, ah, I need to craft that. I don't have any of that. Ah, me, I'm like, I just happen to have a lot of miscellaneous stuff, so I'm just gonna give it whatever. More of that, more iron bars. Okay. Again, fair enough. So, feed the altar? Yeah, totally feed the altar. That is a blank map. It wants a blank map. Okay. Fair enough. I'm pretty sure I have everything to craft that very quickly. And now you just... Seriously... He's worse than any Minecraft cat in terms of annoying factor. I have a good time with cats, usually in Minecraft. Just for saying. But this particular ally of mine does not seem to know whenever I happen to really want a particular chest to simply let me go into it. So he doesn't exactly know how to minion. My summon minions, my pets and my other types, they all know how to minion, but this guy doesn't know how to minion. I mean, seriously, he doesn't know how to minion. It is like, look, have you ever had a minion that doesn't know how to minion? Can you relate to me right now on that one? Because I'm figuring several of my viewers have had that issue before, where you just have that one that just doesn't know how. They're like always, well, not necessarily like always in the way, but they just have something they just can't seem to do quite right. So, please, send me, just go ahead in the comments and mention the, learning the powers. Okay, just go ahead and just mention some stories of crazy times you've had your minions just not do diddly the right way. Okay, so let's see here. I need to get some things I can use for pedestals, which again comes down to me having miscellaneous stonework, because I think there's different things that can work for pedestals. I think they're positioned kind of like with traditional altars in Minecraft, like about 2 away or so, and about 8 of them. I say that traditionally because there's like at least 2, maybe 3 or 4 altar type situations that I know of that do this, including Thaumcraft, Bisselcraft. They both have this kind of dynamic. I think I can put stuff on there now. Okay, so I think I put the central item here. And assuming my minion just... okay. Oh yeah, I need to feed it some first. It... off, please. Okay. So do I throw it here? Okay, I can see its particles are going towards the pillars. They know what they're doing. Unless it has to be cobblestone, but I don't think so. Nope, it's draining. It knows what it's doing. It's charging it up. Is it stopped because it knows that it's already done, or is it stopped because my minion's in the way? Oh, if he stops the charging, that would... oh, it's sparkling. It's sparkling. That means it's done. Yes, it is done. You know, I'm wondering, can I supercharge Mjolnir with this? Just is like bonus stuff. So, I mean, that could be horribly bad to try. Because, I mean, I could also power up this bow. Because it doesn't have infinity yet. And that's one of the things you can do, is you can repair and enhance items. I think it takes a moment to register any particular item. Yeah, it's kind of sparking there. I think it sparkles green whenever it's done. And you could kind of do more than one thing at a time with this, so it's really cool doing this dynamic. See, what do I not have on some of these? Because this has a lot of cool stuff, but I'm pretty sure it could be further enhanced and be fine. I think that used like just like 1 essence. This is now... okay, this isn't like upgraded past that though. So I'm wondering if it's registering it differently. So, okay, so let me... will it even register that as something to enhance though? Because I'm wondering, because Eternal Slicer is a totally different item class than is normally used. So I don't know if it'll register this at all. Also, when you throw it into the world, it doesn't go onto the ground the normal way. It does this. It stands up and forms a different type of entity that's permanent in the world and that you can just pick it up. So it just stands there. It's not like a regular thrown item entity where it just disappears. And that is not moving at all, so I'm pretty sure that means it doesn't know how. So, okay, here's just a wild experiment. It could go terribly wrong. But yeah, I'm just excited to use this altar. Oh, Mjolnir always looks cool when it's out in the world. Do you register the power of the hammer? Because I know I can enhance Mjolnir in a totally different way if I have enchanted books. And it's pretty easy. But just would this try to improve it? It doesn't look like it. It's not moving. It's not moving. It's going, nah, I'm not recognizing that option. Okay, so going to the original thing will apparently be a good idea because I have this ghost amulet. And I have this set up, so for further uses I have my dragon nexus here. And because it's actually working together and nothing is crashing right now, I'm going to just go with it and try to go to the island. And yeah, I think a little extra light will probably help them to spread a little faster there. There we go. Just light the place up a little. Up. It's nicer this way. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and see if I could find some ghosts. So let's see here. Scroll down. Infested Isle in the end. Waiting.
Shadow games. Death in the dark.
Appropriate, but not gonna happen. Sorry, Gooderness. Your fantastic voice is going to waste here. Because it shall never occur. I still hear more silverfish. Yep, there it is. I show thee the ghost amulet. Now, will you give me my ectoplasm? Pretty sure I lost a little bit over the edge. But not really much. Though I do need to throw my remaining dragon essence back in here for a little extra. Yeah. Those dry splinters can only be used to make these spooky logs. So if you want to actually have one rather than having it broke, that's how you do it. They're mainly just decorative. Congrats on having a decorative log. Sorry, Bat. You're valuable in more than one way. Yeah, never mind. Force is strong with that one anyhow. I'm getting the point. But now we're beginning the great ghost hunt. I just want to show it happen at least once before I do more of it off screen if I can. Okay. Yes, leaves count as solid here. Ah, there's another one. No ectoplasm. Do I really have to use an axe? Because I don't think so. I think it just says if it breaks. I heard that. I think that means the forest is moving. Or at least the spirits in it are. Yep, I heard that again. Are you close? I see a face. I think he tried moving the moment I hit him, so he may have gotten away. Maybe I have to punch him with it. No ectoplasm. I did hear the shuffling. Oh. Mm-hmm. Not yet. This is supposed to be like a 60% chance. This is purified. It should be able to work. Ghost amulet. When in the inventory, it should work. Mm-hmm. Maybe I shouldn't have it specifically in my hotbar, though. There's some ectoplasm. It does work, and it does work with Mjolnir. I was just unlucky because several in a row didn't want to do it. But yeah, this stuff works for several good purposes, so I do need my ectoplasm. So now you know what I'm up to. I'm literally chasing ghosts. Looking for ghostly faces in trees. Ooh. Well, that's kind of their line. And I'm also hunting silverfish. I see that. Whoa. I got hit by something. What got me? How did I get poisoned? I'm not sure where the poison came from, but I got poisoned. Not sure if that was them or not, but they're not supposed to spawn whenever you have the amulet. Okay, now they're very frequent. I saw that. I need at least 4. It's going swimmingly because I'm almost there, and just only about to that point otherwise. It gives you a lot of sticks. I'm noticing that. I'm trying to remember where I got all those immense amount of sticks before, but I know where I'm getting a lot now. Oh, I think it's the infested mobs here. It must have been an infested bat that poisoned me. That's another reason to take them down. I still got 3. It says 60%, but I'm not feeling 60%. There we go. I could show what I need to use this for. Also, sometimes these trees seem to shuffle on their own in another way, like they just randomly just decay. Not entirely sure what's up with that. Oh, I was looking for those earlier. Whoop. Welcome down to the worst place you could possibly stand, namely in front of my hammer. So, yeah. Congrats about that. Yeah, I was going to point out what I can actually do with these things. Because I can use them to make these spectral tears. And spectral tears can be... Okay, that's happening. Come on, let me down so I could... I was gonna say I have looting on this hammer, so hence why I'm hitting everything with it this time. Okay, but yes, let's try this again. But yeah, I can make these spectral tears, and spectral tears can be used to make living matter. Living matter can be used to make an extraction table and various curses. And these curses can be used to deal with enemies, whether they're enemy creatures or players. So this is kind of an interesting path to cursing things. It's not always just through witchery. So again, these two mods are very compatible. I'm curious about how that works. There's also something else that I want. I think it's called... it was part of this energy system. Oh yeah, now I could look it up an easier way this way. Okay, because I know it took these. I needed energy 1 core. Yeah, the accumulation table. It takes one of these, an indium block, and some other stuff, and then you can absorb energy into things, and that's how I'm going to charge up some stuff. Namely a temple color, because I know I got one somewhere. I think I have it in one of my... chests in my hometown. So I should have an easy time getting it. Otherwise, I might come back here periodically and hunt some ghosts up. But speaking of which... Oh, I blinked and he got away, but here's another one. Please be. Nope, nope, nope. Totally not going to be ectoplasm this time. He's just like, nah, I'm not feeling it. Okay. These ghosts are more elusive than normal. Normally ghosts kind of present themselves. These guys, nah. As soon as you're not looking, they just want to get away from you. So, yeah, these are not your statue and a present in one shot. That was pretty sweet. Unfortunate thing about these trees that says that I may have to go to other islands is, did you see that? One of them was doing that thing where it's just suddenly decaying. Okay, but anyhow, the thing is, the unfortunate thing about all these trees is they are non-renewable. You probably noticed there is no saplings. So that is a problem. Uh, so I may have to go to like new forest locations to do this. I'm trying to remember if the other location that I got with the Ravaged Dungeon had any of these trees or not. Because they kind of get, because that variation of these isles has kind of a sparse population of spooky trees. So it's not very heavy into it. So I might find some, but I'd probably have to keep using my biome compass because now I know that it can find these infested locations like this and what they are. Then that means that it's going to guide me to resources that are useful for various functions. I'm wondering if I can actually use curses to do some boss fighting because I know it works on entities, not just players. Because it mentions you could do that. Aha! More ecto. Thank you. So, as I hunt ghosts, I do have a purpose in mind for it. I'm going to see if the various curses, once I research what all they do, will be able to affect bosses. There's some things I know in advance and some things that are just kind of new because it's been a long time since I've dealt with this mod at all. And, yeah. And on top of that, I don't know if I've really seen it finish through. And that's something I'd kind of like to do, is to explore pretty much whatever I can actually find useful with it, and then some. Because that's sort of my goal here with the Hardcore Ender expansion. Because it is what inspired the later versions of the end, so gotta give it its full dues. Ah, he didn't get away whenever I looked the other direction. And there are sticks everywhere. Okay, it's already to that point where I'm over-accumulating. I mean, sure, I have a lot of item space, but... Okay. Now, well, that is useful, thank you. See, it just did it. They're just decaying right next to me. How does that even happen? Like, these trees just self-destruct sometimes. Are the ghosts taking the trees from me? I don't even know. They're like, you shall not have this tree. And I'm like, but it's your ectoplasm I'm after. You can have the tree if you want it. I'm not worried about the tree. Although I would like to grow trees, but they won't let me because, again, no sapling. Okay. I think that's enough for now. I will try to get more into the Nexus and energy system later. But you kind of saw that sometimes progress is interlinked because you need the altar to be able to get these trees taken care of the right way. And they are so unlucky. I mean, seriously, I am not feeling that 60% at all. You've seen how many I went through. I'm targeting the ones only with the faces. I'm not wasting my hits. So why is it that I'm getting so little ecto? I think they have their percentage off. It's more like 1 in 5. Not 3 in 5, 1 in 5. Either that or I'm just the most unlucky at ecto. Ghostbusters, please help me. I mean, seriously. Who am I going to call? Yes, I'm calling the Ghostbusters. I'd like to buy their Spirit Ecto because I am getting practically none. A little, yeah, but practically none. Practically. Please be. Ah, okay. With that, I'm gonna. Oh, I busted the tree that didn't have a face. Okay. With that, I can tell that I'm gonna have a time for a while. Oh, that one got away. See, they're very elusive. And mischievous, destroying trees. This whole place is decaying. I may have to rush this a little bit. I'm not sure. But yeah, I have an interesting job in between episodes. So I'll be logging off. Hope to hear from you later. So bye for now, everybody. And remember two things: keep your Minecraft crazy and keep your Ender expanded.